It is April 22nd, 2015. Saying the date's kind of starting to feel like a routine now. So today, well, I couldn't, put off talking to Alex any longer. So I talked to him. We met under the bridge, and we smoked and everything, just take the edge off. And he asked me, about the fire and everything, and I just told him all the stuff that's been going on, that's been happening. He told me about in the news, the janitor. He did die. That's on me. But Alex, he told him about the powers and everything, and then he said there are ways we could use this to make money. Because his mom's been given an extension on the rent and everything, but he thinks, I want to help. I do. First he suggested, we could use my powers to rough some people up, and I said, no, I'm not doing that. The janitor died. I don't want to kill more people. I don't want to hurt more people. Then he said, okay, well, how about we use your powers to make you like a hero, like a super hero or something like that. And I think he had this kind of prepared to say, because it seemed very well thought out for in the moment. He said, he's like, okay, there are three basic kinds of superheroes when it comes to financial stuff. There are the billionaire playboy philanthropists who have all the money in the world to back up their superhero schemes. Then there are the people of other realms, the gods and whatnot, who are really just like aliens, who in their society everything they can do is totally normal. And they have a home there, they don't really have to worry about money. And then there are the paycheck to paycheck heroes. The young ones, typically teenagers, maybe young adults, who don't have the means to, well, they have the means, just they have to work a lot to be able to pay for their, keeping up their equipment, and they don't have any sort of like good sound financial backing. They still have to work to make their money. He said, obviously that's you, but he figures that in real life, if there were, a superhero, and he were risking his life every day to save people, people would probably piece together, okay, this guy probably has some kind of financial strain or burden. He might. And he thinks that people would think, well, this guy's helping us all the time, maybe we could help him or her or it out in return. He says, start off small, stop like a few robberies or something, then build up and just save people, do more and more things, maybe intervene in like fires and stuff, and maybe stop some trains from derailing, who knows. And then we have the internet, total awesome way to be anonymous to the average person. Can start all this kind of web chatter about the hero and everything, get him hyped up, well, public hyped up, and build up his image, and then set up a donation box at the local community center, because he knows people there, and that'd be easy to do. And then they'd store it in some safe place, like on the roof, you know. And then the hero would come get it. And he says he thinks that could work. He says we could split the profits 50-50. So I wouldn't be just doing this for nothing. And then he could take that money and help pay the rent for his mom. I mean, it seems like a sound plan. It makes sense to me. I mean, if there was someone saving my life every day, and there was some way to repay them, I would do that. I think. I don't want to become a hero. This stuff is freaking me out. I went back and I watched that last video, or well, not the last one, but the entry before that, and I was right. The hooded person, whatever he is, or she, or it, I don't know. I'm just talking, and then out of nowhere I froze, and then the light turns off, and then this silhouette. I don't even know if it was a hooded figure. Honestly, it was just a silhouette. All I could see was like a hand. And then they wrote, Jeffrey LaFrane on my board. It's just freaking me out, this stuff. I don't want to become a superhero. I guess that's what... It makes sense. American capitalism, you take what you're good at and you make money off of it. But like I said to him, well, I don't even really know everything that I can do. And how am I going to keep myself protected out there? I mean, what happens if someone's like, oh, hey, this dude is messing up our plans, and they pulls out a gun and shoots me? What's going to happen? Then he looks at me and he's like, okay. You're saying that you think you can manipulate energy, right? And I'm like, I guess, yeah. And then he picks up a rock and he throws it at me, like full speed. But when it hit me, it just stopped. All motion stopped. I felt like no impact, and then the rock fell to the ground. And I felt like just a slight, a very, very slight buzz. Very slight buzz. I was like, what'd you do that for? And he looked at me, he's like, did you feel anything? I was like, no. And he said, well, I don't think it's just energy manipulation. I think you are more of an energy sponge. Like, you just soak it up. That rock had kinetic energy. It hit you, you just absorbed it. And that makes sense. Never in my life have I been able to say that something like that would make sense. That fast rock plus hit me equals I'm totally fine. And then he suggested, okay, if you want to do this, then I think we should just train. Figure out what you can do. Clearly you don't need protective armor because you can just absorb all that energy. Someone fires a bullet at you, it's just going to hit you and fall off. You'll be fine. I was like, okay. I said, okay. Guess I'm going to be a superhero. don't even know what to call myself. Whatever. I'm tired. Life used to be so simple, you know. I just go to school, do homework, go to bed. Somewhere in between all that, you get home. And then the next day you do it all over again. I didn't ask for this. Didn't ask for any of it.